boy Demi TV.
It's Wave God in this motherfucker. Hey, shout my nigga Demi T though.
Got the song pop like I'm Iggy. All they talking about is last night like I'm Demi. Say you got.
Groupies donated $5. Damn ski pulled the Michael.
Let's see what the
What's up, Dean Fan, D Nation? Today we're doing a reaction to Facts Junkie, and it's called 10 albino animals that have rarely been seen before. You feel me? And if you new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video on all social medias, and comment below what reaction you want to do next. And check out the original video and the Dean TV clothing merch in the description box below. Road to 100K, a million ability. So click that subscribe button. Let's birth as a family, as a nation. And no further ado, let's get into this reaction. And also vote for me in orbit. You feel me? Yeah.
One of the most obvious features of an animal is usually their coloring. We associate specific colors with specific animals, like parrot green. But some animals love to amaze the world, so they stepped outside of the color palette and became even more unique with it. From an epic
And some people, like I did a video on this already, like this is just a non-ether color, like it's nothing special, like melanated indigenous create this stuff, you feel me? If you know the science, know the background, you know.
And one that will scare the life out of you, to one that's literally the opposite of its name. Here are 10 albino animals that have rarely been seen. Number 10, mother-son duo. Giraffes are known for their iconic orange color and distinctive markings. Even if the sheer size and long necks don't make it obvious that you're looking at a giraffe, the color does. But this mother-son duo decided to skip out on the color gene altogether. They are completely white, with no pigments on them whatsoever. The only part of them that isn't white are their eyes. These animals are incredibly rare and believed to be only 2 in Kenya. So they were placed in the Hyrule Conservation Program for their protection, where they would live a free life but still be protected from the wild. However, the wild was the least of their worries, because in 2020, the mother giraffe was killed by illegal poachers, and her body was found a month later. The baby is now the only living white giraffe in Kenya, quite possibly the world at large. Number 9, pro swimmer. Moose are just overall these shocking animals that no one expects to be as big as they are. They can easily grow close to 8 feet tall, and their antlers just amplify that size even more. With that, they also don't move as fast as one would expect. They're usually just calmly strolling here and there, usually doing their own thing, even though just that is usually enough to cause some serious destruction just because of how big they are. All of that's just a regular moose. This albino moose is not about that life. On his time off, this moose likes to come to the local pond and take a relaxing little dip, away from the worldly worries. Just seeing a regular moose do this would be even startling enough, but seeing a snow-white albino moose do it is even scarier. Although it does prove one thing, no matter what species you are, you're going to need to take some time off and relax every now and then, just like this moose right here.
Cops for the ASPCA.
Them niggas there just on time, man. Them black Air Force, them black Air Forces moves.
We've got a speed challenge for you. If you subscribe to Facts Junkie and hit the bell icon in the next 5 seconds, you'll win 10 years of incredible luck. Give it a shot. It actually works. Number 8, odd turtle. While it's odd to think of a turtle that's not the classic army green, albino turtles are actually similar to most turtles we've seen in the world. People think that albino turtles can't go out in the sun because of their light coloring, or they can't live the normal turtle life. But that's not true. They totally can. On the inside, these are just another turtle, only it stands out a lot more in a tank than an average turtle. The only thing that's usually a concern with these is that they tend to have incredibly weak eyesight, which can land them into some unfavorable situations in the wild. But when in captivity, being cared for by people that know what they're doing, these guys actually tend to do great and can live very long lives too. Number 7, pearl. Humans lose the pigment in their hair when they get older, but this oldie has been white all over since she was born. This is Pearl, a 7.5 feet long and 105-pound giant crocodile with a name that pays homage to her lack of pigments. She's a decade old and has been in Gatorland, Orlando for most of her life, where she's taken care of by the staff that really knows her needs. She might seem slim thick, but she's one of the biggest and most popular crocodiles in the entire world. Number 6, white lightning fish. One of the most unique things about marine life is that they usually feature incredible coloring and look amazing both inside and outside of the water. But some fish don't really need all that color to get noticed. They can do it without any color at all. This is a white lightning fish, a catch that's not...
That's an interesting looking fish. It's called white lightning fish. So that must be shocking. What in the Pikachu?
This is a white lightning fish, a catch that's not common in the slightest and can be very hard to catch. But if you do, you'll literally feel like you've caught lightning with your bare hands, because just take a look at how incredible this beauty really is. Number 5, snowflake.
That's it.
A lot of people think they're unique, but not most of them actually are. They just have snowflake syndrome. But Snowflake was a gorilla that was one of a kind. Literally, he was the only albino gorilla that has ever existed. He was born on November 1st, 1966 in Equatorial Guinea and immediately caught everyone's attention. That's because gorillas are usually very specific with the one they mate with, and unless both parents carry the albino gene, it's highly unlikely that the child would have the dominant gene too. That's where Snowflake did a double whammy though. Not only was he albino, he was also a product of inbreeding, which rarely has ever been recorded in gorilla history. Turns out, his parents share an uncle and niece relationship, and since both of them carry the albino gene, it mutated and became the dominant gene that took over Snowflake's genes, and made him into the starkly white gorilla that he was. Unfortunately, albinism also made Snowflake sensitive to the sun, and as a result, he developed skin cancer and died in 2003 at the age of 39. In the 4 decades he was alive, and the decades that have followed since, he's been the only albino gorilla the world has ever known.
That's crazy.
Number 4, tiny one. White horses are a thing, a very popular thing, but albino horses are totally different. That's because even though an average white horse is white too, the hair on their bodies does still have slight undertones of other colors that come together to make that perfect white. Plus, they still carry pigment in their hair. But this little foal has zero coloring anywhere. It's a true albino horse, born to an albino mother horse. What's craziest about the tiny one's existence is the fact that his father is a pure black stallion, meaning that the mother's zero pigment gene was so strong that it canceled out all of the black from the stallion and produced a foal that literally looks like a walking cotton. Number 3, not so raven. The fact that raven is a color says a lot about how this bird is seen around the world. They're the ambassadors of the color black, and while they do have some purple undertones in there too, it's the black that they're known for. That's what a raven is supposed to be like anyway. Some ravens like this one work to mess with the way regular nature is supposed to work. This one did that by getting rid of the classic raven black and replaced it with albino white. It's white everywhere in the same exact way that black would be placed, which just makes it that much more interesting. You could say that this raven is not so raven in the way it's built. Number 2, a fair lady. Ladybugs are one of the first insects that kids are
That's true.
introduced to.
They're harmless.
The red base paired with the classic black dots are the little bugs most people grew up drawing. But the ladybug isn't as basic as you might think. Some of them, like this fair lady, decide to judge up their look a little bit by ditching the red for their favorite white. The red is a natural pattern for the ladybug. She just swapped it out to slip into something she's more comfortable in.
See, if I was like somebody was on time, and I'd be like, oh, so much that self-hate. Look at the animal self-hate that they have.
Number 1, bread hunter. Kangaroos are borderline maniacs that will go to extreme lengths to do what they want, even if that means punching a dog or clocking an entire person. But sometimes, all kangaroos want to do is get that bread. That's what this kangaroo wanted too, and thought that it could just blend into the environment like its other buddies, grab some bread and run. But it forgot one crucial detail. It's fully white and can't blend into the environment. The albino kangaroo looked confused, but eventually did a classic meh and just began eating the bread as if no one was watching it. It interacts with other kangaroos while knowing that it just really sticks out like a sore thumb no matter where it goes. But hey, At least it seems like this guy really enjoys the extra attention he gets all the time.
Yep.
Alright,
The cloud.
which one of these albino animals were you shocked to see?
Majority of all of them, honestly. How about y'all, then, family? Comment below. And hope you guys like this and enjoy it. See you guys next time. Love you guys. I'm out. Subscribe to the channel. Roll to 50K, 100K, a million, and a billion. So click the subscribe button. And let's reach out to family as a nation. See you guys next time. Love you guys. I'm out.